You open your eyes for the first time and boom, you're here. Not just any regular baby, but as the next heir to the Black Panther throne in Wakanda. Congrats, kid! Your life is officially screwed before you can even control your bladder. Your dad? Already gone. He died saving others before he could even see your cute little face. Your mom's crying of tears, partly because you're here, but mostly because you look just like him. Talk about pressure from day one. But up there, somewhere beyond the stars, he's watching you proudly. And a little concerned. Because he knows the path you're about to walk is a path of sacrifice, pain, and duty. A path where your very identity must remain hidden from the outside world. The elders nod in solemn agreement. Your identity as the future Black Panther in Wakanda's most sacred secret. The outside world thinks you're just royalty of a poor African nation. If they knew the truth about the vibranium, the technology, the power, they would come for you. All of you. And then the hard part begins. See, Wakandan royalty doesn't get cute little mobiles hanging over their cribs. Instead, you get a circle of tribal elders staring down at you, studying every tiny movement you make. They're not cooing or making funny faces. Where's the Black Panther? What? Where'd he go? They're analyzing you, looking for signs that you're worthy of the throne you didn't ask for. While normal babies get lullabies, your lullabies aren't Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. They're ancient chants about warriors in battle. Those words which you can't understand yet seep into your developing mind. Your rattles? Tiny vibranium tools designed to strengthen your grip. And forget about those cute little onesies with animal patterns. You're dressed in royal cloth woven with vibranium threads because, hey, might as well start the conditioning early, right? Fast forward to when you're 2 years old. While kids on other parts of the world watch Cocomelon and play with plastic dinosaurs, your playtime is a mini training session. You spend your days memorizing faces of past Black Panthers from old paintings and handling toy spears and shields that are suspiciously heavy for a toddler. But this is an honor, they keep telling you. You will be the Black Panther someday. You will be king. You will be Wakanda's ultimate protector. Yes, such an honor that you can't even have a real childhood. At 5, you realize your life will be even worse now as you join the Young Protectors program. This isn't kindergarten with finger painting and nap time, it's a mini boot camp. On your very first day, you're paired with a boy named Jabari, who's a bit bigger than you. Don't hold back, your instructor says coldly. In the real world, your enemies won't. When the match starts, Jabari charges and knocks you down hard. The air rushes from your lungs, and for a moment, stars dance in your vision. But then you remember something. A memory that isn't quite yours. Your father, in your dreams, showing you how to fight. Use your opponent's weight against him. You sidestep Jabari's next charge and trip him, and soon enough, the group of kids and trainers nod in approval. At 5, you've earned a little respect, at least for now. Remember, your instructor tells you later, pulling you aside, outside these walls, you are just a prince, nothing more. The Black Panther is a secret that must be protected at all costs. Your identity is Wakanda's shield. Wakanda prides itself on being the most advanced civilization on Earth, blessed with vibranium that no one else has. So, everything you do is about protecting that secret. Your first day of school isn't about making friends, it's about carrying the weight of a nation's security on your tiny shoulders. History class isn't learning about dinosaurs in ancient Egypt, it's filled with stories of your ancestors who died horrifically protecting Wakanda's secrets. Science isn't fun experiments with baking soda volcanoes, it's all about vibranium and how to use it as a weapon. Even art class means drawing the sacred panther symbol over and over until your hand cramps. Gym class? That's just more combat training with a different name. In Wakanda, perfection isn't just encouraged, it's expected. And if you mess up, extra homework won't cut it. The punishment is knowing you've disappointed an entire nation. No pressure for an 8-year-old or anything. School leaves you with memories you'll never forget. In history class, you learn about the Great Betrayal, when a traitor tried to sell vibranium to outsiders. On a holographic display, the elders show how the traitor was caught. And trust us, it wasn't pretty. The price of betrayal, your teacher says, eyes boring into yours, is not just death. It is the erasure of your entire existence from our history. That lesson sticks with you. In Wakanda, secrets stay safe, or there are serious consequences. Sweet dreams, kid. At 10, your childhood officially ends. While other kids around the world are playing video games and complaining about homework, you're standing at the edge of a cliff, overlooking the misty valleys of Wakanda. The morning air bites at your skin, and the drop below seems endless. Through the mist, you can see the great mound where vibranium was first discovered. its surface pulsating with unearthly blue light. Jump, your instructor says, his face expressionless. The heart-shaped herb enhances everything about you. Trust your instincts. You look down at the jagged rocks below, your heart hammering against your ribs. This isn't a test you can study for. You either jump or you fail, and failure in Wakanda isn't an option. So you jump, because what choice do you have? The wind whips past your face as you plummet, and somehow your body knows what to do. You twist, grab onto a jutting rock, and swing yourself to safety. The instructor nods. Not impressed, just satisfied you're still alive. Just another Tuesday in Royal Wakandan training. At 16, while teens around the world are experiencing their first loves and awkward dates, you're sitting through yet another council meeting about border security. The war dogs, Wakanda's elite spies, report on the latest threats. Their faces are projected as blue holograms in the center of the room, their voices tense as they describe the growing instability in neighboring countries. You've never even held hands with someone you like. That would be a distraction, and distractions are dangerous. While other kids are sneaking out to parties, you're sneaking out to the vibranium mines to test your strength against the automated mining rigs, feeling the burn in your muscles as you push beyond human limits. Prince, your combat instructor says, noticing your distraction. Focus. A moment of weakness could cost Wakanda everything. Right, because your teenage hormones are definitely a national security threat. The next day, while sparring with the Dora Milaje, Wakanda's all-female special forces, you notice one warrior in particular. Her moves are precise, her eyes fierce. For a moment, you're captivated. The Black Panther has no time for romantic entanglements, your chief advisor reminds you when he catches you staring. Your marriage will be arranged to strengthen tribal alliances when the time comes. Great. Even your love life is a matter of national security. Can't wait to explain to your future spouse that you're marrying them for political stability, not because you get butterflies when they smile. At 18, tragedy strikes. Your mother, who had been your only emotional support, falls ill suddenly. The kingdom's best doctors work day and night, but vibranium can't cure everything. The room smells of medicinal herbs, and the soft beeping of advanced medical technology fills the air. On a rainy night, with thunder shaking the palace windows, she calls you to her side. My son, she whispers, gripping your hand with surprising strength. Do not let the throne change who you are. Remember, there is more to being a king than power. Those are her last words. By morning, she's gone. The kingdom mourns, but only for the prescribed 3 days. Then it's back to business. Wakanda needs its prince strong, not grieving. Instead of properly mourning, the council accelerates your training. The prince must be prepared for the challenges ahead, they say, as if your mother's death was just another step in your training regimen. At 20, the trial of the Black Panther awaits. In the sacred caves beneath the palace, luminous flowers provide the only light as tribal elders prepare the ceremony. The heart-shaped herb, a vibrant purple flower that grows only in soil enriched with vibranium, is crushed into a liquid that glows with an otherworldly light. You drink it, feeling its power surge through you as your body convulses in pain. The cave walls shimmer and fade, replaced by a vast purple twilight landscape. In the ancestral plane, you see your parents together again. My son, your father says, the path ahead is darker than you know. Trust yourself when others doubt, your mother adds, touching your face. Before you can embrace them, you're pulled back to reality. You've survived. You're now officially the Black Panther. But what does that really mean? Just more isolation, more responsibility, more weight on your shoulders. At 22, while your college-aged peers around the world are finding themselves, falling in love, and making mistakes, you're attending summit meetings with the tribe elders, settling disputes and planning defensive strategies. The vibranium suit clings to you like a second skin, its nanites responding to your every thought. The mask, with its sharp ears and intimidating visage, hides the uncertainty in your eyes. By 25, the cracks in Wakanda's isolation policy begin to show. The world is changing rapidly. Superheroes are emerging globally. Alien invasions are becoming disturbingly common. Outside your borders, you can see refugee camps forming as people flee conflicts in neighboring nations. Their fires dot the landscape at night, visible from your palace balcony. You begin to question, cautiously at first, then more boldly. In council meetings, you suggest limited engagement with the outside world. Each time you're shut down by the elders, whose traditional robes contrast sharply with the advanced technology surrounding them. We have survived this long by staying hidden, they remind you. We will not change now. But change finds Wakanda anyway. A vibranium smuggler, a Wakandan trader, is caught selling secrets to foreign powers. The council wants a public execution to send a message. You argue for imprisonment instead. Mercy is weakness, they tell you, their eyes hard as the vibranium they seek to protect. You stand your ground, and for the first time, use your authority as Black Panther to overrule them. The look in their eyes tells you everything. They see your father in you, and not in a good way. They think you're too soft, too idealistic. That night, alone on the palace balcony, you realize the truth. You may wear the mantle of the Black Panther, but you don't truly have power. You're bound by traditions and expectations so tight they might as well be vibranium chains. At 27, disaster strikes. The smuggler you spared escapes, taking crucial vibranium tech with him. Within weeks, weapons based on Wakandan design appear in conflicts across the globe. The death toll rises. On the holoscreens in the war room, red dots indicate where these weapons have been used. Each casualty is another weight on your conscience. The council is quick to remind you, this is the cost of mercy. You spend months tracking the smuggler, finally cornering him in an abandoned warehouse in Singapore. Rain drums on the metal roof as you confront him. He laughs when you catch him, taunting you about how easy it was to exploit your compassion. You're weak, he spits. Just like your father was. Something snaps inside you. The next thing you know, the smuggler lies dead at your feet, his blood mixing with rainwater on the concrete floor. You've crossed a line you swore you never would. When you return to Wakanda, the council doesn't celebrate your success. They expected it. This wasn't a test you passed, it was a lesson they orchestrated. They knew the smuggler would escape. They allowed those weapons to spread, all to teach you that their way, the hard way, is the only way. Now you understand, the eldest council member says, not unkindly. This is the burden of the Black Panther. Sometimes there are no good choices. By 30, you've become exactly what they wanted. Efficient, ruthless when necessary, and utterly alone. The idealistic prince died somewhere along the way, replaced by a king who makes the hard choices without flinching. One night, standing on the same cliff where you took your first leap of faith at 10 years old, you look out over the kingdom. Wakanda is beautiful, advanced, powerful, everything a nation should be. The setting sun casts the golden city in amber light, making the vibranium veins in the buildings shimmer like rivers of fire. In the distance, rhinos with armor plating graze peacefully beside farmers using sonic tools to harvest crops. And you've given everything to keep it that way. But as you stand there, alone as always, you realize the truth. It sucks to be born in Wakanda. Not because of the training or the responsibility or even the isolation. It sucks because you're trapped. The very nation you would die to protect has already taken your life from you, piece by piece, day by day. You're the most powerful person in the most powerful nation on Earth, and yet you've never been free for a single moment. The Black Panther protects Wakanda, but who protects the person behind the mask? No one, because in the end, you're not really a person at all. You're a symbol, a weapon, a tool. Your personal happiness was sacrificed for the greater good before you even took your first breath. That's why it sucks to be born in Wakanda. Not because it's hard, but because it's predetermined. Your entire life story was written by others, and you're just going through the motions until the day you die and join your ancestors in the purple twilight of the ancestral plane. And the worst part? You'll do the same to your child someday. The cycle continues, unbroken, because that's what Wakanda demands. That's the real curse of the Black Panther.